on, Wisconsin! Welcome back to the channel. I am here in Mauston, Wisconsin with some big news. I hate the term breaking news. This would, I think, apply to that, but I hate it. So I'm just gonna go with big news. Maybe it's just because I worked in news for so long that the words just hold no meaning anymore and everyone uses it. To me, it's annoying. So big news here in Mauston at the Culvers. Currently, there is a 6-stall Tesla-only supercharger that's, I believe I saw 13 years old. So it went in 2013, been around for a while, maxes out at 150 kilowatts, I believe. It's the V2 hardware with the silver band that you can identify pretty easily from the V3s and of course the V4s. So currently 6 of those chargers in the back of the parking lot here at Culvers. And Tesla applied for NEVI funding for more charging capability here. And it was awarded in the round 1.5. And as we've gone through, we've got 25 sites from NEVI in the ground charging cars in Wisconsin right now. An amazing accomplishment. They're only second to Pennsylvania in the entire country in getting these things in the ground and charging cars. And it has made a big difference in the state. There are other chargers here. I mean, there's those right across the highway. There's the Pilot Flying J, which I've showed off before, right on I-90, where there's plenty of charging almost at every exit now, which is great. So NEVI has done a great job there, but especially up in places where there isn't an interstate, like in Rhinelander, like in Crandon, like in Wasaki, like in Crivets, like in Ashland. Made a huge impact up there where you can, I would feel comfortable driving almost anywhere in this state now, and especially up in the North Woods area. Are there still some holes? Yes, but has it been materially changed since 2024? Absolutely. And that's all from NEVI round 1 in the state. So round 1.5, I'm gonna refer to it as round 2 because I'm not sure why it was round 1.5 anyway. So NEVI round 2, there were 26 additional awards above the 52, of which we have 25 that have opening charging. So you can see it's about halfway done, right? Well, the additional 26 that were awarded last summer are now, those awards are now coming home to roost, and this will be the first site apparently of the construction coming from those round 2 awards. On the WEVI information that they put out on their dashboard, it's a $489,000 project, of which the NEVI program is picking up $391,200. Tesla advertises as 5 ports and 774 kW per site, 250 kW per port. Why does that matter? Well, the NEVI minimum was 150. So you can see that these are already going to be the version 3 at least, which would make them at 250 from the supercharger, like the other V3s on the supercharger network. So as we can see from this site now, it's along the back parking lot, and there might be space to jam a couple more in over there, depending on what their lease agreement is with the Culvers here. There's lots of extra parking kind of adjacent to the restaurant for boats, cars towing boats. Boats pulling in here, that would be a little weird, but anyway, cars towing boats, trailers, trucks maybe, although I wouldn't necessarily want to navigate this parking lot in a massive rig, but there's truck stops for that across the way. Let's take a look and see what Tesla has on their other site that's deep in construction now, which is down in Janesville. I stopped there a long while ago now while it was kind of still early in construction. That one at the TA in Janesville is a $486,000 site. Feds picked up $360,000. That one also says 5 ports, 774 kW per site, and 150 on the minimums. So, and what do we have there on the ground? 12 stalls, V4, 3.5. I guess I haven't seen a transformer or the charging cabinets to see. I don't think it's going to be a full V4 site. It's probably the hybrid 3.5. But that still means more power, 325 versus the 250 on a pure V3 site. So using that as our example, I think we can assume that we're going to get 8 to 12 stalls here. And what else will be added here? Well, it's not going to be Tesla only anymore. That's part of NEVI. Everybody has to have access. It's got to be able to take credit cards, so you can't have an app. Albert Lea, where I showed that off last month after stopping by there, that's a site that was a rip and replace, probably similar to this, where they tore out an older V2 station that was Tesla only, dropped in 16 new stalls, and it's now open and charging cars. The V4 stalls, that one doesn't have a super high powered transformer. I think I only saw 1,000 kVA for the 16 stalls, but 16 stalls is still a good number. So additional things that we can look forward to besides credit cards not having the app, the longer cables, a payment screen that will, a kiosk basically, that will be able to take your credit card off of, not having to pay through the app. So you'll be able to walk up, tap, and go. Some of their new Superchargers have it built into the actual charging unit, but the one in Albert Lea had a kiosk that you would walk to in the middle, tap, and go to start your charge. So another great addition. Just wanted to break some news for you. I know I put up a post earlier, but it never says as much as you can with a video. And I was already coming up to this part of the state today anyway to shoot a different video, so I was like, I'm just gonna go to Mauston. We'll see what it's like. I've been here to this Culvers before. I don't own a Tesla, I've only driven a Tesla once, so I've never pulled up and charged here. So I don't have that experience to share with you, but I can share with you what it looks like right now and hopefully imagine, use our brains and imagine what it's gonna look like sometime soon. This is a busy part of the state, right? I-90 flying through here, you're north of the Dells, you're south of the 90-94 cutoff. So it is, I guess this would be 90 and 94 at this point because you're in between the cutoff and the eastward split where it goes to Milwaukee. So looking forward to coming back up here when I can charge a non-Tesla. I don't mind charging at the Pilot Flying J across the highway. I think that's a great spot. That might be a better spot late at night because this Culvers closes at 10 or 11 p.m., which then means you're in a parking lot with maybe a McDonald's down the street open an hour or two later. The Pilot across the street, or across the highway, I should say, you only have to take 2 or 3 roundabouts to get there, is a 24-hour travel plaza. So one benefit to charging over there, the expense, it's a little bit more expensive, or I'm sure it's going to be more expensive than this one will be, but maybe not. Tesla's pricing has kind of seen some weird things, especially like in the Dells where there's competition, but we'll have to see when that site finally does open. So we've still got lots of round 1 NEVI awards that are under construction, and I use the air quotes because I just am not sure when they will start. I stopped in Hatley at the beginning of the month when I was up there in Wausau, swung through there just to see if anything had changed from the 12 months I was up there prior. And no, still just a gas station and a dirt field with some truck trailers parked in there. So no change there. Watching PlugShare, no change in Neenah, Manitowoc, Johnson Creek, DeForest. I was in Oxford this summer, nothing going on there as well. So it's frustrating to see a bunch of sites that are under construction, but either the CPO doesn't have the funding together to like get things moving or what, because they obviously handed in all their paperwork or they wouldn't be listed as under construction. But now it's just a matter of actually getting some shovels in the dirt, as they say, and getting things moving. And having them sit there for 6, 12 months without doing anything is kind of hard to take sometimes, I feel like, for somebody that's watching it closely and wants to see these places get in as fast as possible. So just a short update for you. Looking forward to coming back here when I can charge, and we'll shoot a video just like everywhere else. Can't wait. See you at the next charge.